Are you licensed in one state and you're going to be moving to another state? So you want to get your license there as well, but you're not really sure how everything kind of commingles, like how the brokerages work, how the marketing works, and all of the stuff that goes with that. If that is you, this is definitely going to be your video. My name is Melissa English. I am a licensed agent in the states of Georgia and Louisiana. And so I had the same struggle. And I went through YouTube and Google and all these like different what do you call that? The website blogs, right? So I went through all of that stuff and trying to find like how this whole thing works, but I couldn't really find any information about it. So I had to kind of just figure it out. And I'm sharing it all with you how I've done it and how I market and work with different brokers and all the things. Okay. So if that is something that you're excited to learn about, go ahead, give the video a like so that I know this is helpful for some of you out there. The goal is to at least help somebody. And so that's the goal. All right. So first, let's talk about the brokers. Okay. So my experience was primarily Georgia. That's my home state. Okay. That's where my client base lives. That's my bread and butter per se. Right. So that's I got my license in Georgia 18 years ago, and that's sort of where I built my business was right there. Okay. Now, throughout my real estate kind of journey throughout those years, I've switched brokers maybe 2 or 3 times or so, but my last broker, Virtual Properties Realty out of Georgia, fantastic brokerage. I love it. They're just, it's kind of like a mom and son team. And they've exploded. I mean, they've taken over a massive amount in the market in Georgia. So I was with Virtual Properties, very happy with them. But then when I decided to check out Louisiana, kind of get more into the investment side of things, Virtual Properties wasn't a broker here. And so they couldn't hold my license in the state of Louisiana. So I was kind of, I don't know how you would describe that, but I kind of went back to the drawing board, had to start interviewing our brokers and them interviewing me and the whole thing. And then my family was members of the Keller Williams out of Acadiana, so I joined Keller Williams out of Acadiana. Nothing wrong with Keller Williams. I think they're a great brokerage for the right agent. They are very heavy on trainings and things like that. For me personally, being in the business for so long, I sort of had my own system, right? So I already kind of like figured out how I wanted to run my business. And so those trainings, I didn't really attend a lot of them. Nevertheless, here's the deal. Trying to run real estate transactions from one state and then having real estate transactions in another state by 2 different brokers was really tough, okay? Because they all have their different ways of submitting paperwork and contracts and getting paid and all of that. It was just a lot. So I said, I can't do this. So I decided to find a broker that would hold my license for both states, right? And that's when I was introduced to Real Broker. Real Broker is great. I think they're not for every type of agent, but a majority of what I needed from a broker, they were able to provide that. So I made the switch. So right now, currently, I am under Real Broker for both states. And this made the process a lot easier for me because like their system is the same no matter the state. The only difference really is that obviously the contracts, right? So the contracts are different per state. But in any case, if you haven't found a broker yet, that would be the first thing on my checklist would be to find a broker that can hold your license in both of those states. Okay, that's the first thing, really. Because once you start registering with the state and doing all the things, they're going to want to know what broker you're with. So go ahead and make that transition if you need to. That would be the first thing on the list that I could suggest to you. Second on the list would be whatever state that you're currently in, right? So wherever you have your business built right now, get out and interview other real estate agents in your area. So if your client base, primarily like for me, for example, in Georgia, my biggest client base was considered to be like Gwinnett County, Jackson County, Hall County, everything kind of North Georgia. That was sort of like where I hung out. That was where I was. Now, the way North Georgia is grouped, It's very large. So we have like, I don't know, there's probably 3 or 4 different MLSs in all the different areas. It's rather large. So in many cases, if you kind of handle Gwinnett County, that's sort of your ball part, right? And where you're hanging out. I have an agent personally. I have one that I have about 4. Okay. So I got out, I interviewed several different agents and I found agents that I liked that I could trust with my clients. Um, in each of these areas that I knew my clients needed the most help in, right? So I have an agent that I work with that specifically handles the downtown Atlanta market. I have one that handles the Kennesaw market. I have one that handles Gwinnett and all the things, right? So I have 4, which is a lot. And depending on your current state, you may not need that many, right? But you definitely need to get out. You need to interview, take them to lunch, take them for coffee, whatever. Really kind of understand their mindset and how they run their business, and find somebody that's very similar to you. You want to have someone that you can trust, that you know is going to take care of your client, and all of the things, right? Go ahead and pre-negotiate that referral fee with them, okay? Because when you move over to another state, you're going to have your past clients call you and you still keep in contact with them, still mail them stuff, send them emails, do all the things. But when they call you with a lead or they need to buy or sell real estate, this is how you're going to respond. You're just simply going to say, look, my partner Janice is feet on the ground right there for you. She's going to help show you that property. She's going to come and take care of that listing appointment for you. She's going to, come run the CMA and give you the pricing. And then she and I are going to work together to make sure this is a flawless transaction for you on your buying or your selling or your referral business. Okay. So that's sort of the big thing. All right. These agents, they're not just agents, they are your partners. Okay. And that's how you want to relay that information to your client. Okay. That calls you, that again needs help buying, selling, or has a friend that needs help buying or selling. That's how you're going to relay that information. My partner, Janice, is phenomenal. She's feet on the ground. She's going to be able to do XYZ. I am here right now currently. However, with Janice, I am still going to be part of that transaction. Okay. So if you have any questions, you can communicate directly with me. That's completely fine. And then what Janice is going to do, whatever partner you've chosen for your state, what Janice is going to do is she's going to keep you updated, right? So she's going to let you know how many homes they looked at, what's the average CMA that she plans on putting it on the MLS, for the new listing. When they get a contract, Janice is going to send you a copy of that contract. You're going to review that contract. You are going to be in that transaction in it. So that if Bob, your client, calls you and says, hey, I've got a question about, when is our inspection? You've got that contract and you can easily just go through it and say, oh, your inspection's Tuesday at 4:00, whatever, right? Because Janice is communicating this with you. You guys are truly treating this as a partnership. All right. So that is very important. Okay. So number 1, finding that broker that's going to hold your license in both states to keep a lot of that paperwork and confusion down. Number 2 is finding that partner agent or agents in the state that you're currently at. So that way, when you move to your new state, you have a partner that you're going to refer them to, and you're going to go ahead and negotiate that referral fee up front. And in many cases, with many of my my partner agents, like in Georgia right now, the referral fee is somewhere between 25-35%. So, you want to have that already kind of ironed out and laid out. Go ahead and have your agreement signed with your partner. And look, you may not have anything to send them immediately, right? It may be 6 months, 8 months down the road, but go ahead and have them selected, picked out, know who it's going to be so that when your phone rings or an email comes through, this homework's already done, right? Now, what you can do is you can, I don't know, sort of come up with like a little email or a little mailer or something, some sort of a flyer that says, hey, just letting you know, I am relocating to XYZ state. However, I am still licensed in this state. I still will be able to help you and assist you with buying, selling, or any referrals that you have down the road. Let them know. If you don't communicate this and they see you've moved on your social media page, they're going to assume you're gone, okay? And that you can't help them anymore. Make sure that they know that you are still licensed in their state. You're going to keep that license active, and that you are always available to help them answer, or, help them in any real estate transactions, answer any questions, or help them in any real estate transactions. That's very, very important. Okay. So the last little piece is going to be the marketing. Like, how do you market yourself? Well, you're going to do it just like you would do at home, or any other state, right? So when I'm in Louisiana, I do the same marketing tactics that I do in the state of Georgia. And all I'm doing is I'm just promoting myself and my business under, the Louisiana laws, right? So if I mail out a mailer about a new listing, or, if I'm door knocking saying, hey, I can help you, stop your house from foreclosure, or whatever target I'm going after for that moment in time, I can market myself the same exact way. All right. So don't overcomplicate it. But communication is key when you're doing this with your clients, okay? And when you're marketing yourself. For social media, for example, for me on my real estate Facebook website, or my Facebook deal, sometimes I'll post houses for sale in Georgia. Sometimes I'll post them for sale in Louisiana. I just do them both. Let me show you my Facebook page. Okay, so this is let me share my screen. Hold on just a sec. I'm going to show you my real estate Facebook page. Again, if this is helping you, please give the video a like. Okay, so this is my real estate Facebook page right here, okay? Now, I've got a whole separate video about how to do all this, like, making sure that all this is updated and looks good. I'll link it here, or I'll put it below. But in any case, right here you see licensed in Georgia and Louisiana, but can help you in any state, right? So the point I'm trying to make is that don't be scared to call me. Don't be scared to reach out. Just because I'm licensed in these two states, do they necessarily have to know where I'm living? Not really, right? They just need to know that I can help them. And I'm licensed in both of these states, okay? And technically, we can work in any state. And so this is kind of a little side note, but if you have a seller client that, is selling because they're moving to another state, and you don't hold a license there, that doesn't matter. So if Sally is selling her home in Georgia and moving to, I don't know, Texas, right? I could tell Sally, look, Sally, I'm so excited for your move. This is great. I'm going to help you sell this home. And I also have a partner agent in Texas that will be phenomenal, and she can help you on buying your home. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through Google. If I don't already have a partner agent, I'm going to go through Google, and I'm going to start interviewing a few agents in there to find Sally that perfect agent, the one that I think is going to mesh the best with Sally's personality and help her in the best way, right? And then I'm going to have a referral fee that's going to go with that. So when I send Janice in Texas Sally's information, there's a referral fee attached for that, right? So just because they are moving to another state, you're licensed, okay? And that's a broker to broker referral that you'll be able to get. All right. I hope you loved this video. I hope it was super helpful. Be sure to check out a few of my other ones that I mentioned. I will link them below. Hit the subscribe so you don't miss stuff like this. If you like videos like this, I'm talking all about real estate, where I was able to build my business on not a whole lot of bucks. And so I'm sharing all those secret strategies and tips with you in the easiest way possible. All right. Hope you have a wonderful day. Let's get out there. Let's get it.